Hello? Yeah, I got you. And I just saw your text. I was about to text you. All right. You're welcome.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the ACC, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. To throw on first down off the play fake.
Bro.
And they get the quarterback and knock it down back at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Got a down quarterback hurt, dog.
The Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
I'm not going to be able to do shit in this game, dog.
Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what,
it's just literally they're not holding any blocks whatsoever, like none.
Using his quickness and using his strength to get him to the ground, that is a baller.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Fires to the right. Got a man. It's West. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it.
Hold the block.
Trying to keep the drive alive. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Still on his feet at the 45. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And the Red Raiders are flying down the field. Going to the run, it's Joyner. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up there in the red zone looking to score some points.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Anderson wants to throw. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive. And now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raider.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
You know, we're gonna try Anderson.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 84 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Hands it off. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get some tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. The throw. Finds his man. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Jackson will throw. Snagged out of the air. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. They're working that left side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean now? It means 3rd and long. 3rd and long now go to dime packages, to nickel packages, taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Notre Dame. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39.
Oh, shit. I forgot kind of ball, man? What's wrong? Oh, man.
Opening play of the drive from the 39.
Hello? All right, I'm about to log on. I just realized what time it was. All right.
Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This is a defense that comes to play every week with bad intentions, and they set the tone in games
Hey,
by
what's going on?
making hits like that. They've got players on defense
I'm doing good. How
that
you
play
doing?
downhill, and they come flying in. If you're a ball carrier, you better get down. You keep trying to fight for extra yards, or you don't have your head on a swivel. Watch out, because these dudes lay the lumber.
Yeah.
He spins that thing down the middle.
I hope everything was all right. I saw you had to cancel the last session.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats.
I'm glad, glad everything's good. I was like, oh, like something must have happened. I know. Unless, yeah.
The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Anderson will throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
Right. Things have been pretty good. So we're planning a trip to Disney for Penelope, and then in December. So yeah, that's gonna be for her birthday. Things been pretty decent. Been able to go to church more for a little bit more lately in the last couple of weeks. She had been sick, so.
Good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
But other than that, yeah, it's just been work's been extremely busy. So this is like the beginning of the school year is always the busiest time of year for us. So a little tiresome, but we got through the tough parts. So. Yeah, mostly pretty good.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think for me, I'm starting to understand that I have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, which means like I have to have the conversations, I have to do the things that I need to, and I think it's allowing me to open up a little bit more than I usually would. So that part is a plus. Just like the other day, I was talking to Brittany about we were talking about the whole the Disney trip. And I was just like, like I didn't want her to feel like, oh, because she asked me, she was like, are you gonna be helping towards the trip? And I'm like, yeah, of course. I said the only thing is I just don't get paid until the end of each month. And she knows like all the stuff that I'm, paying right now. And I was like, no, I just don't want you to feel like you're doing it by yourself. And I don't know if she felt that way or she just thought I was just like leave it to her or whatever like that, or whatever the case may be. I think the communication wasn't as clear, but then I realized like, no, that's not the case at all. I said, no, of course, this is our kid. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, leave it all to you. I would never do that. But I was telling her, I said, sometimes, I do, it does bother me, it stresses how I feel about, like, I feel like I don't always do enough at times, and I'm like, because I'm like, oh, she's like, well, you keep a roof over her head, and I was like, sometimes it does stress me, like, I was upfront with her about, like, I said, yeah, it does stress me probably because it's like, I know what I provide for a household, and I know what I provide for us, but it's like, I don't want you to feel like, I feel that way. It's not really for her. It's because I want to be able, I feel like I want to be able to do more. It's not, I think it's because I know all the stuff that we want to do and been talking about and thinking about, and it's just like, well, I know we want to do these things, but we're not in that position right now. So I was like, so sometimes it does become a little overwhelming for me. So I think I have communicated with her about that, which did make me feel better because it's like, it's something that does affect me in weight, like in a big way at times, not sometimes more than others. So to be able to communicate that with her, and she's like, and then she's like, I told her, I said, yeah, I've been, looking for other, jobs within the field I just graduated from, the accounting field. I'm like, yeah, it's like the job market is just rough out here. Like, so I was like, it's not like I'm not trying or anything, but it's just like, it just, to me, I feel like it's not, it just hasn't been enough, I guess. But I also started, also realized, like, yeah, the job market stuff out here, we have a good job, and then when we live, like, yeah, the cost of living is high, but what we pay for within that cost of living is like safety, convenience, stuff like that. So it's like I think about things on one end, but then I also realize things on the other end, like that. Yes, we are in a good, very much better position than we were like when we first started dating and all those other things. So I had to realize that, but it does still affect me in ways. But I've been able to finally fully discuss that with her because it is something that does bother me. So.
Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that.
Yeah.
Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
I would say that's what I would say. I would say in a way, not really underachieving in the overall sense. I just feel like more in a financial sense because in my life we've never been like my family. It's not like we've been like, oh, we've been this family that we come from a low income household, and it's like I feel like I want more for myself and my family and my child. And I think it's been heavier more lately because I know I have a child. And I don't want her, and it's the thought process of, I don't want her to be in a position that we were in. And she's not by any means because she has everything she needs. She pretty much does what she wants to do. Like, we're able to provide. Just more so, I think, bigger picture. And I'm like, where we're at right now, it feels like it's so far away. But then and so for me, it is a me thing. I think for me, I put a lot more expectations on myself than I need to. Instead of realizing that right now I'm in a place where I've never been before in my life, which is I'm successful. I've made a lot out of myself. and I've been able to do a lot more than I was ever able to do, like when I first got out of high school in my 20s. Like, I'm in a different place in my life than I've ever been, and it's like, I think for me, instead of seeing it that way, it's like, okay, I'm not where I want to be just yet. So.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This quarterback feels like he's spiraling a little bit right now. Of course, he threw the pick on the last drive. That last throw should have been picked off. Thanks to the defender dropping it, the offense is still on the field. And if you're this quarterback, you've got to settle yourself down. You better do it quickly.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Right. Right. I understand that. Correct.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. Anderson will throw. He's got an open man.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Joyner.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Handoff to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And I agree with that. And that's why I say it's more so a me thing, because I realize that a lot of the things that I struggle with is more within myself. And I realized that, and it helped me being here, like, you know, finally being with you as, you know, having you as my therapist, to realize that I do have traumas and things that I'm working through, but at the same time, I think, and I believe some of those traumas are causing mistrust I have, or the fears I have of communicating, or I realize it's all, a lot of those things are within my head. Now, some things have happened, but the more we progress into therapy, I realize that a lot of things are just more so self-inflicted, and just really thinking before actually seeing what happens. And I think throughout our time, and me just, you know, and over the last few weeks, I've been realizing, like, a lot of things that are affecting me are more others. And it's a fight that I see, and not necessarily a fight, but it's a work in progress for me to be able to get out of that mindset. And that's why I feel as though the progression is coming, because I'm doing things like communicating with Brittany about more things that I wouldn't usually not feel comfortable doing, because I was in my own head, and just being able to be more expressive with myself.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Finally on defense.
And that's where I get confused, because, like, I can't pinpoint where it comes from. All I know is that I've dealt with a lot of things that have triggered traumas and things like that in my own mind, for me to not be able to have these fears or have these blocks where I'm not able to really express and do the things that I want to, as far as communication, and as far as being able to just have that comfort for myself.
Throws to the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation.
It's been affected quite a bit, I would say. I feel like at times I feel better about, more confident about myself overall and the things that I've accomplished and the things that I do, for happiness or improvement on things. I feel that, but also I still feel like that lack of confidence in myself at times, or I feel like I'm not good enough, or I'm not doing things I'm supposed to do, or things like that affect me being able to have more belief in myself. So it's kind of a mixed bag. But I would say my self-esteem over the years has really been affected heavily. And I can't say in ways to have low self-esteem, but I feel a lot more better in myself than I did in past years.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right.
It was different as far as it improving. I would say just my accomplishments. Being with someone that truly loved me, even though we had our obstacles and our hurdles. I feel like me accomplishing things and really doing things that I felt I knew I could do, but preventing myself from doing. That was a big part of it. Being able to have opportunities like coaching and inspiring, young men. Just different things that I'd never thought I would be able to do and really wanted to do helped me build my self-esteem to say that I can be successful with these things, or I'm affecting people in a positive way. So doing things like that and feeling like I'm helpful and feeling like that, the importance or how people look up to me as well, I felt like were big parts of that as well.
Turnover can swing momentum, taking it the other way. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be?
I think that's really a kind of a difficult one because I don't think I validate myself too often. And it's not really, and I'm not looking for validation of others. I just don't think I understand the proper way to validate myself. Like, for example, I know, this is something small, but I know I have intelligence, or, I know I'm a good bowler. I can validate myself in those things. But as far as telling myself I am enough, or I'm good enough, or the things I do are fine, I have not been great at validating myself in that.
The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And I just love the execution by this offense.
I would say validating myself is just being able to know that what I do is enough, who I am is enough. Most times, yes, but not all the time.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25.
I think when I'm feeling down on myself for one reason or another, or I feel like I would say one example would be probably in my marriage. At times, I would say within that last year and after year and a half, all the stuff that I was dealing with, I would say I couldn't validate myself or think I was good enough then because I was failing in my marriage and I felt like I pushed my wife away. So during those times, I felt like when I was feeling alone, I was well, I didn't feel great at all. I didn't feel confidence. I couldn't validate myself because I was a part of this is my fault, and I knew it because of what I had said and things that I had or had not done. I think I think when it comes to financial, and I think, one thing I notice about myself is I don't get on social media a lot because I watch it for certain things, but not very rare. It's because I see like, oh, these other people are successful, and I feel like if I continue to see stuff like that, I would feel like, dang, like I would feel like I'm just not in that place. So like, dang, like what have I really done? Like, and I think social media is a big component of making people feel good or feel bad because depending on where they're at. And so I think that's a big part of why I don't get on social media. In those cases, I would say if anything, more financial. It's more for financial reasons, or just the fact that I believe I have fear, or I'm afraid of expressing myself, or being able to just not care. I would say, as I would put it, about like how people are feeling, or not care that I'm in the position I am in because I'm in a good position. I would say that's more on that end. But like a lot of other things, like I know, like I've always just like, I know I'm good enough for my friends. I know I'm good enough, for my daughter. I know I'm good enough. I'm good enough for me. I know that. But I feel like when it comes to certain aspects, and I would say it's more financial than anything, because I like, even when I wasn't feeling that in my marriage, I still feel like now I feel good enough, and I know I'm doing more than I did before, and I feel good about where my marriage is going, so I can validate myself there. I would say, if anything, it is financial, and just being able to have the belief in myself and not feel like if I'm not doing well in something that I would just never be well overall. So that's where that 10% comes from. I would say 5 to 10% when I can't validate myself.
Better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's
perfection. No. I know no one's perfect. I know I'm not perfect. I know any situation I get in may not be perfect.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
I guess because I know I'm not perfect. I'm not looking for perfection. But in my mind, I feel like some things should be better than what they are. Like I'm not looking to say, oh no, this has to be perfect. Like one thing about me is I know things in general are not perfect, and I don't have that expectation. Like I know things are going to happen. I know, everything's not good. I know everything's not bad. I understand it, but I'm never looking for actual perfection. Just a little better than, just somewhat better than what it is, where I am in that present moment.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, there he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Puts it on him midfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Yeah, Another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Keeps looking downfield. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
That's another example of just really good football.
Yeah.
This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Caught over the middle. It's Hudson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Yeah, and I think that comes from when I was young. When I felt like I was silenced and couldn't speak or couldn't do the things that I wanted to.
They'll stick to the ground.
And I think that never left me as an adult.
Mark it down at the 31-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Grabs it in the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He steps, powers, and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Yeah.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raider. Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4.
And that's I think that's where my struggle has came from. Now, I feel like it's there at times, but I feel like there are moments or triggers where I feel like that part of me is still there, which shuts me down. So with you actually saying it that way, like I had to think of moments like I was thinking of moments like that, like where was this at? What happened? You know, why do I feel this way in this moment? Like I had to start think like that made me think about other things. That made me think about that and realizing like that's where it's coming from. I'm starting to realize more and more like the traumas that I had is coming from those things where those unresolved issues where I think that I'm still working to be in a better place to handle them and deal with those things in front of me.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
she knows a lot. Because I told, like, she saw, like as we started dating, she's like, you know, she's like, your family doesn't see you in the same way, or they know that, oh, we can you know, we know CJ will do these things, or their thought process is, oh, if we say something, we know it's going to affect him. Like, she says she saw those things, and she's like, she don't want me, she's like, they treat you like kind of like a doormat, and she's like, that's not right. And so she saw those things. She saw them for a long time, and she's discussing with me too. Like, she says she didn't like it at all. So
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult.
she's about me not being treated in a bad way.
The inside handoff.
That's her most important thing for me. Like, she don't want to see me get treated bad, because she knows that I was a person that I've always been soft spoken, and I haven't always been able to defend myself in the best way, or didn't feel comfortable enough to do so. So she's always been like, you know, an advocate of me, like, look, you need to say how you feel, or no, that's not right. No, I don't accept that. So she's always been a big advocate of that.
Slithers into space. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. The screen, and watch out. Flying out to the left. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
True, and the lead balloons to 21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And the returner goes down.
Oof, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Hudson. Wide open spaces. At the 30. He's at the touchdown, Red Raider. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And
which I feel like makes me feel better, because it's like, at the end of the day, that's all I want. Like, I don't want to feel like I did as a kid. I don't want to feel the way I did in my 20s, because I feel better when I communicate, or I feel better when I'm able to talk about things, or I feel better when I'm able to express myself and not feel like it's going to be this cloud over my head of judgment if I make the decision to say how I'm feeling about something. Like, that is the most important thing to me. And I feel like that's where everything else can be opened up. As far as like me being able to be comfortable in, speaking how I feel my marriage or to my family, which I feel like I talk to my family about the issue now a lot better than I used to. Like, having those conversations early in our sessions, like with my mom, and tell my brother and stuff how I felt. Like, that made me feel more comfortable to say, I can feel it. But I know I do still have those moments where I lapse back into that old mindset. But it's not like it used to be where it's like, oh, as soon as something is said, I'm affected and I just don't know how to express it because of the judgment I think I'm going to hear or feel and think whatever the case may be. So.
Tackling everybody on the defense, run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
I think for me, it's the reaction afterwards, or the possible reaction afterwards is the most difficult part. Because me thinking of how I'm feeling is not, or being able to discuss how I'm feeling, is not really the difficult part. I think the afterwards reaction
To the ground with the back.
is the
Is
the tough
that'll
part
be the
for me.
final play of the third period. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers.
No, I cannot.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
Excuse me.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. And they're able to get him on the ground.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
The give to the tailback. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
Right.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. And you're just going to try and keep this thing marching.
Exactly.
Keep the clock ticking.
Yeah, I understand.
A really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Might as well stick with him. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the fourth quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart. He still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Irish!
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game 1, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oregon State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Beavers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time.
He's got it! And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I love the competitive nature of this quarterback. Yeah, he's thrown some picks in this game. He's put his team in a hole, but he's still out there trying to make throws to bring his team back.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He might want another play. Anderson wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion in the
like I say, I don't know, like for me, I think now, I think now that you really discuss things in that said things in that manner, I understand what it is. To be like what it is now, like it's something now that I have to think about, like what is preventing me from being able to really fully, at times, express myself in the way I want to. So I think I really had to put thought process into that now, because now that you really kind of put it in that way, I really had to think about, you know, what is triggering it now versus how it might have been in the past.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense.
Here we go.
Yeah.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I love this defense understanding. Football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead, because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I don't think we had anything scheduled after the 13th. I just gotta wait for you to send the October email out. Okay.
Looking to throw, it's Fafita.
Okay. Oh no, yeah, I will.
Extends the play. Takes a hit as he
fires. All right, have a good one. Yeah, it was a good one.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
All right, you too.
Outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down.
A lot of picks, a lot of dumb passes. I'm gonna go look at this game play. Bro, that's a part of it too. Like they don't shed blocks on this. Up through 4 terrible interceptions. Well, the one pick, he just ran underneath it. I thought he was gonna actually put the ball out there.
And that's That's exactly what you want to do
You
as a
know what I mean?
defense,
I
man.
just
You
want
want
to
to
see
get
if I can make a
penetration
stop
and
here
not
and
let that tank downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Bro, why?
It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll
I don't
steal
understand why
That's a great job.
they just
by the coverage
stand
unit on
there.
Special teams flying down the field, not just getting to the ball carrier, but knocking the ball free and creating a massive takeaway. You could argue that's easily one of the biggest plays of this game.
with the run on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Okay, so the college one is the right one. Okay, I'm trying to figure out the normal. That don't make sense, bro.
They'll start this drive
All right,
at their own
that's it.
25.
I mean, on defense, I just got to figure out.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Anderson will throw. Rushes on him. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Got some room to run. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Texas tackle, 28.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
I may be the worst user in I don't know why I throw so many bad interceptions. I did run the ball well.
I like the way I ran the ball today.